Have you ever thought about this? The same words, yet different results? When one person says something, people cry. When another person says the very same words, people walk away. The words are identical, but the outcomes are different. Why? Because the problem isn't in the words, the problem is in communication. Hello friends, welcome to your favorite channel, Clarity Reads. I'm your host, Anupam. If you don't listen to today's audio till the very end, you may never fully understand why, for so long, people haven't completely understood you. Today, we'll explore the story of a book that teaches us how to speak, not with words, but with feelings. The name of the book is Communication Skill. So let's try to read the human mind hidden behind words. The book Communication Skill doesn't force rules upon us. It doesn't ask us to memorize information. Instead, very quietly, it places us in front of a mirror, and then slowly it says, people don't listen, people feel. This sounds simple, but when you truly understand it, something inside you trembles. Every day we speak so much, at home, in the office, on the streets, on the phone, through messages, on social media. But if we pause and think for a moment, we'll realize that among thousands of words, only a few truly reach someone's heart. This book teaches us that communication doesn't just mean opening your mouth and producing words. Communication means, when you speak, how deeply the person inside you can feel the person in front of you. A person can say a lot while sitting silently. Their silence becomes heavy because truth lives there. And yet someone else can use 1,000 words and still remain empty because there are words but no feelings. The book says communication is not created by words. Communication is created by behavior. In your eye contact, is there attention or haste and irritation? In the vibration of your voice, is there respect or pressure, anger and injustice? In your silence, is it meant to understand or to avoid? And above everything else, your attitude. This book clearly says, one wrong tone can slowly destroy a beautiful relationship, but the right words, a calm voice, and a respectful manner can put even a broken person back together. Communication skill teaches us how to express ourselves without fear. At the same time, it teaches us to speak in a way that doesn't damage someone's self-respect. The book reminds us, expressing your opinion does not mean humiliating others. Speaking loudly doesn't make you powerful. Shouting doesn't make the truth greater. The purpose of every discussion is not to prove I am right. The real goal is to reach a point where the other person can say, I understand you correctly. Because the book reveals a deep truth. Logic can silence people, but feelings make people feel close to you. You may win an argument, but lose the person. Or you may let go of the argument, lower your ego, and win the person instead. This book slowly teaches us that not every statement needs an answer. Not every question needs an immediate response. Speaking all the time is not always the solution. Sometimes staying silent and listening attentively, not interrupting until the other person finishes, is the most powerful form of communication. Because people don't always want solutions. People want at least one person in this world who will truly listen to them. Let me give you an example. There was a boy who was genuinely very intelligent. He knew his work well and could solve problems. Solutions came to his mind before anyone else's. Yet, despite all this, no one in the office liked him. No one wanted to sit beside him. In meetings, when he spoke, people would fall silent. An uncomfortable tension would spread through the room in his presence. The reason was very simple, yet very deep. When he spoke, his voice carried a hunger to win. His eyes said, I know, and you don't. He always spoke as if, I am right and you are wrong. What he said was often true, but there were no people in his words. One day, during an important office meeting, the same problem was being discussed. Just like before, he said, this is wrong. It won't work this way. The room suddenly went cold. No one argued. No one supported him. At that moment, One of his colleagues spoke softly. In a calm voice, he said, "Your idea is actually very good. I just want to add one small perspective." There was no fight in his words. There was respect. There was connection. The atmosphere in the room changed. People nodded in agreement. A healthy conversation began. Discussion flowed, and a solution came, with everyone's consent. A few days later, the change became clear. The boy who knew everything continued to just do his work, and the boy who understood people slowly became the team leader. Here, the book stops us and says, people don't follow words, people follow behavior, because people don't remember who was right, they remember who respected them. From this book, we learn 5 major lessons. 1. Feel before you speak. Before speaking, we usually think, what should I say? But very few people think, what am I feeling right now? And even fewer think, what is the other person feeling at this moment? The book Communication Skill stops us right here and says, words spoken without feelings may enter the ears, but they never reach the heart. If you speak with anger, no matter how beautiful your words are, there will be fire hidden inside them. If you speak with ego, even your advice will sound like an insult. And if you speak with fear, even the truth will feel weak. This book teaches us, pause for 1 second before speaking. Ask yourself, am I calm right now? Do I want to explain or do I want to win? Because this one moment of pause can save a relationship. Feeling does not mean being weak. Feeling means recognizing your own emotions. The book says, if you understand your feelings first, your words will automatically fall into the right place. Feeling before speaking also means being aware of the other person. Are they in pain? Are they ready to understand? Do they want a solution right now, or do they simply want someone beside them? Many times, people don't want you to fix them. People want you to feel them. This book reminds us, some things don't need to be said immediately. Some words need time, because even the right words spoken at the wrong time become wrong, but a simple sentence spoken with the right feeling can leave a deep mark on someone's life. So, learning communication skill doesn't mean preparing language first, it means preparing the mind first. 2. Listen deeply. We all love to talk, because talking means proving ourselves, expressing ourselves. But very few people understand how powerful listening truly is. The book Communication Skill teaches us the less you speak, the more people begin to speak. And when people speak, they reveal their inner truth. Usually, while listening, we prepare our reply. We don't truly listen, we wait for our turn to speak. But deep listening is completely different. Deep listening means when someone is speaking, you don't interrupt them midway. Deep listening means your eyes, your body, everything shows that you are fully paying attention. Deep listening means catching the hidden pride, fear, and uncertainty between the words. The book says, those who listen with attention solve half the problem before a word is even spoken. Because most people don't actually want solutions. People want their words to be heard with significance. Speaking less doesn't mean staying silent. Speaking less means not saying more than necessary. When you speak less, the weight of each word increases. Then people listen to you because you don't speak unnecessarily. The book teaches us those who speak the most are often trying to hide something. Those who listen attentively understand much more. Communication skill teaches us you don't have to win every discussion. In some conversations, you have to let the other person win. Because when you listen to someone with your full attention, they don't argue, they trust you. Speaking less doesn't make you weak. Speaking less earns respect. And listening deeply makes a person the most influential, because the one who listens understands, and the one who understands can go far with very few words. 3. Keep peace in your voice, respect in your words. We often think people aren't listening because we aren't loud enough, but communication skill says the opposite. People don't hear your words, they hear the feelings behind your voice. If you speak in anger, your logic won't be heard, only your anger will. If you speak in a hurry, your words lose importance, because haste is not a sign of confidence. The book teaches keeping peace in your voice doesn't mean shrinking yourself. It means maintaining control. A calm-voiced person is stronger than someone who shouts. A calm voice communicates, I am not afraid, I am confident. And what does respect in words mean? Respect in words means choosing words that hold the truth but don't hurt. You can say, you made a mistake, or here we could have done a little better. The same sentence can have the same literal meaning, but the feeling behind it can differ. The book teaches words are like a knife. You can use them to cut, or you can use them to heal. When peace in voice and respect in words are together, people do not resist. Often, the problem isn't saying the truth, it's how you say the truth. Communication skill says, if you want to change someone, don't hurt them, teach them. Because a person who feels insulted won't listen. A person who feels respected will remember. Shouting stops people, but a calm voice holds them. Harsh words push people away, but respect draws them close. Peace in your voice and respect in your words, these are the silent marks of powerful communication. 4. You don't have to win every argument. Often when we speak, we enter a hidden battle. Every conversation feels like a competition. Who's right, who's wrong? But communication skill tells us winning every conversation doesn't mean winning everything. Sometimes you may win an argument but lose the person. The book says, if you only try to prove you are right, you are not listening, you are fighting. Winning every argument doesn't mean pointing out every mistake or answering every question. Not every answer is necessary. Sometimes silence is the wisest answer. The book teaches arguments aren't always for truth. Many arguments rise from ego, and in arguments driven by ego, no one truly wins. If you point out someone's mistake to belittle them, you may win the words, but you lose the relationship. Communication skill says, wisdom is not about entering every battle. True wisdom is knowing which battles to avoid. Sometimes staying silent doesn't make you weak. Silence often signals, this relationship is more important than this argument. You don't have to win every word. That doesn't mean giving up your self-respect. You are just letting go of your ego. The book teaches, fixing everything isn't your responsibility. Some people must be allowed to be themselves. You may gain momentary pride by winning an argument, but by letting go, you grow as a person. 5. Don't fight with people, understand them. When we try to understand someone, we often think, the problem is the person. They don't understand, they won't change, they always resist. But communication skill tells us the problem is not the person, the problem is a lack of understanding. Conflict begins the moment we stop trying to understand.
When you stand against someone, they won't listen to your reasoning. They will only try to prove themselves right. This book teaches understanding someone doesn't mean supporting their mistakes. It means understanding their situation. An angry person is not always bad. Often they are simply neglected. A quiet person is not always weak. Often they just don't find a safe space to speak. Communication skill says when you let go of the fight, people naturally start to soften. Because fighting builds walls, while understanding opens doors. Not fighting against someone doesn't mean you accept injustice. It just means you've changed the nature of the battle. Instead of shouting, you choose goal. Instead of complaining, you choose curiosity. This book teaches us sometimes a single question is stronger than 1,000 arguments. It makes clear people don't change under pressure. Realize this: the person you see as an enemy is someone's child, someone's friend. Winning by defeating a person is no victory at all. The greatest strength is winning by understanding their mind. Communication skill means using the power of words to carve a place in someone's heart. This was the essence of the book Communication Skill. On behalf of Clarity Reads, I am Anupam. If this audio makes you pause and reflect even for a moment, then our effort has been worth it. Maybe from today you will speak a little less and listen a little more. Maybe you will choose a calm voice over anger. Maybe you will focus not on winning but on understanding people. And if even one of these lessons touches your life, then this audio has already done its work. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, because a like tells us we are on the right path. Share it with someone who needs these words in their life. And subscribe to Clarity Reads. Here, books are not just read, they are felt. Do let us know in the comments which book's audio summary you want to hear next. Because we believe when the right words are spoken at the right time, they can change not just a relationship but a life.